Da 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 da. Yep, here it is. So, that's what I'm going to tell you about. Today I have started the Whole 30 eating plan. Now, I don't know if anybody's heard about it. You know, it's not keto. In fact, it's recommended by a doctor. Of course, doctors recommend a lot of the diet programs, you know, just like, who was the other guy? I forgot. So, I am going to do a video on this Whole 30, and it'll be separate from my travel videos, and it may be a separate video that I release 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or more. But Monday, Wednesday, Friday is what I'm going to commit to. This one is going to be difficult for me because I still have some weight that I want to lose. Now, you know, some people who really don't see you in person every day or know you might not realize it, but you know, I've always been very thin, and since I've gotten thyroid disease, it's been very difficult for me to keep the weight off. I have Hashimoto's, thyroiditis, and Hashimoto's can be challenging for some people, especially because it is an autoimmune disease, and you can't see it, and you know, you might look at me and say, well, you look fine. I might look fine, but I'm not always fine. And it's like any other several other autoimmune diseases, like Crohn's disease or those other things. You can't really tell that a person's suffering or that they're having good or bad days unless they show it on their face, you know. But anyway, I can look at food and gain 5 pounds, and you might laugh and think that's funny, but it's the truth. I could not eat anything all day and look at an advertisement for food and still gain weight. I don't know, man. I don't know how it happens. But so anyway, I am on my way to a new trip. I mentioned I think I might have mentioned to a few people that I was going to the National Forest in Southern Illinois, and that's where I'm headed today. I'm trying to get to my camper to pick it up before they close, and I'm also starting a new eating plan today. So if you look up the book, it's $9.99, and you can get it on Amazon. I will post a link below, and I think it's going to be on this side, right down here, the link for the book. If you're interested in the Whole 30 at $9.99, it's an ebook, so it's less money. You don't have to carry it around. You don't have to worry about storing it. You could put it on more than one device. I put it in my Kindle. I don't have a Kindle per se, a Kindle, but I have a Kindle app on my iPhone, and I read it on there, along with Robin Barrett's book, Creativity TV's book, Be a Nomad. So both books will be in my description down here. In my description. And they're all the way at the bottom, so you got to scroll all the way down. You don't have to read it. Most of it's mostly about me, and if you know me already and been watching my videos, you know all about me. So, meat and potato eaters, you just got to give up the potatoes. You can have the meat, and you can have the nuts, and you can have vegetables, and you can have fruits. Now, the fruits can't have a whole lot of fruits because that is sugar, but it's natural sugar. So, and that's what's good about it. And the one thing I do make that I love, which is going to be my replacement for ice cream, because I love ice cream, is I make my avocado smoothie. I won't be able to eat eggs. And the whole idea is to take down the inflammation and see what's causing inflammation. So when you start introducing, I think, foods back into your system later on, you'll know what foods were really your problem and your issues. So it's a 30-day program, and I hope you will pray with me that I can make it 30 days with no sugar, and that means no alcohol. So I did not bring my tequila. It's at home. I mean, it's in the tiny apartment, in the refrigerator. You can only have clarified butter. So for the first time, I have bought ghee. I've never purchased that before. I've never tried it before, but I like butter on my veggies. And you can have olive oil, and you can have all the kinds of vinegars, which I love vinegar and oil, like salad dressing. And I like vinegar on a lot of things, even on my hamburger meat, and even on my chicken. I like to dip it in balsamic vinegar, or not necessarily balsamic, but the Bragg's with the mothers, you know what I'm talking about. Apple cider vinegar. I go through a lot of apple cider vinegar. But you can have, the only vinegar you cannot have is malt vinegar. And malt vinegar, I love malt vinegar to dip my French fries in. But I can't have French fries, so I don't need the malt vinegar. So, because malt vinegar has gluten. And of course, I am supposed to be on a gluten-free diet anyway. But that's difficult too, because I love my pasta. And you get rid of the scale. You don't get on the scale the whole time you're doing it. Now that's really difficult. Here we go. Come along. Okay, I'm making my favorite smoothie. I am starting the Whole30 eating plan. And today is the 22nd of May. And this is my first meal for the day. I am using the half a banana, and I'm using coconut milk. This is a coconut almond milk blend because I couldn't find coconut milk with no sugar in it, and I found this, it's no sugar, and I'm allowed to have nuts, so almonds are fine, I think. And then I'm going to put in a half avocado, and I'm going to blend it up with also just a smidgen of cocoa. And the cocoa is just cocoa powder. Okay, don't use too much cocoa, because if you use too much cocoa, it will not taste good, because there's no sugar in this. The only sugar is the banana, the natural sugar from the banana. And you can add ice to make it really thick and really cold, which is what I normally do. And it tastes really good. Okay, it's all hooked in. Hold on. And it's got a nice consistency. I have frozen this before and turned it into like a pudding or an ice cream kind of shake or something. Yum yum. It's thick enough that you could eat it like a Frosty. Yum. Or you can drink it. Because there's no sugar in it, there's an acquired taste, and this program calls for no sugar. Probably could have used a little less cocoa in this one, because like I said, if you put too much cocoa, it doesn't taste that great. And a little bit more banana, because all I can really taste is like a nut. So usually I just use plain coconut milk instead of the almond. Bon appetit! First day of the Whole30 meal plan.